Our dogs hadn't made any noise all this time. And we hit record.
That's what happens, dude. That's what they do. They all come out there and they bark, and they're just buddies trying to have fun.
No.
The little pains in the asses.
A little shih tzu is a little shit.
All right. I think it's time with this massive 9.5 on the Richter scale headache going on. To hit record. Oh no, I did hit record. Shit.
Whoa.
This is what I need to hit. You ready?
Oh, for sure.
Warning. This podcast is about the horror genre, specifically horror films. As most horror movies are filled with coarse language, violence, and/or gore, the topics and language of the cast of the pod will also reflect the genre. If you have any issues with the aforementioned warnings, please press stop. However, if you have no issue with adult language, movie violence, or the accoutrement that accompanies horror films, please feel free to continue. You have been warned.
Yeah. See, soak it in. Soak it in. Dream Team, soak it in.
It's a slow fade as the dogs start kicking shit around. Those
affirmations. Soak in the applause. The generous applause. The aforementioned of the cast people, the pod people.
The pod people. Yep. So here we are back at the cast of the pod. It's the podcast where the three of us friends get together and talk about horror movies. If there's something we saw back in the day, then we talk about the nostalgia of it, and we talk about what we think about it now. If it's something that's brand new, then we still talk about what we think about the movie. Basically, it's a conversation about a film, not a traditional review. And we just hope that you join in the conversation somehow online or tell us what to do next and all that good stuff. But yeah, you're here now, cast of the pod. Right? What do y'all think?
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So let's introduce, since we've got hundreds and hundreds, I won't say thousands, but hundreds and hundreds of new listeners that are focusing in and funneling in here to cast the pod. Let's introduce ourselves, starting off with me. I'm Josh.
I'm Cobweb.
And I'm Deb.
Yeah, so Josh, Cobweb, Deb, also known as the Dream Team here at Cast the Pod. You can find us on all social medias at Cast of the Pod. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, stuff,
and more stuff.
TikTok. And for the Club 3P, yeah, you thought I was going to forget that, right? Can't forget that.
You forgot something already.
I'm silently going over there. Don't call it out. Don't call it. I forgot to open that page. Okay, so like I was saying, Club 3P, which is our Patreon pod people over at patreon.com/castofthepod. If you want to help out, if you want to chip in, if you want to be more interactive with us, we're over on there. And if you want to suggest movies and stuff like that, that's the place that you want to do it. You can chip in and help support us there. What's wrong? I'm looking at your face, Cobweb.
No. Keep going.
Are you upset that I hadn't given the phone number out yet? 786-763-2278?
No, I'm not upset that you haven't given out the phone number yet.
And that your Instagram information is Cobweb411 because you've got that info. What else did I forget?
You haven't forgotten anything.
Oh, you're tripping me into it over here.
Dude, man, don't be tripping, dude. I'm sorry. Something was like bothering my eye here, and I had to scratch it real bad. Mm-hmm. So you might have been thinking like I'm trying to. No, man, come on, bro. Come on. I mean, you try to do the whole social thing. You know, you're trying to give out all the information that everybody needs. You know, so they can get in touch with us. You know, and I know there's a whole bunch, like you said, there's a whole bunch of new people out there that need us.
Hundreds and hundreds of new ones just this week. Tell your friends, tell your family members, pick up their mobile devices and go to their podcast aggregator and just put Cast of the Pod in there. and then make sure it downloads every episode every time that comes by. But make sure that you put that every 5 episodes it deletes. That way it doesn't take up all the space on their phones, but we still get the download hits.
Yeah. And you know what they get then? Yeah. I gotta get that figured out. Yeah.
Deb, you got anything you want to chip in before we talk about movies and stuff like that?
No, I'm just listening to you.
Oh, okay.
Well, I got a question. Okay.
What?
All right. Now, I've been talking to some of the pod people. Okay.
Like Brendan from Upkick MMA?
Yes.
How about Sam
and
Hain?
he told me as well, him too.
Okay.
And they both say the same thing.
What's that?
These are reasons why you don't give out your phone number on personal information on the internet to people.
So let me check. Let me check to see if he sent us anything. No. Chucky has not sent us anything this week. Last week he had some interesting things to say. But yeah, nothing from Chucky this week.
We should play it so the people who didn't listen to it last week, they can listen to it this week.
No, they need to go back and listen to that episodes. We need the downloads.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Thank you, Cobweb. Thank you for thinking unlike somebody. I won't say who.
They don't get no freebies on that.
I just wanted to hear it again.
Okay. I'll play it when we're done here.
Okay.
But go to the last episode and you can hear what Chucky had to say to us.
I think he's my new friend.
He's your friend?
My new friend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what happened last time? There was a Chucky that was a friend at the end, right? Child play.
Yeah.
I know.
All right. So speaking of horror movies, today we're talking about the new M. Night Shyamalan movie, Knock at the Cabin. Right? That's what we're talking about?
That's what we were supposed to be talking about. That's what I heard. Somebody said that was supposed to be the movie that we're supposed to be watching this week.
I think that was me.
I don't know.
You heard a knock?
Somebody doesn't sound very thrilled about the movie.
What?
Uh-oh. I know, the movies.
So hold on. Let me drop the information, all right? While vacationing, a girl and her parents are taken hostage by armed strangers who demand that the family make a choice to avert the apocalypse. That's the generic one from IMDb. And let's see what Frank Lisenborgs did a storyline breakdown. Okay.
All right.
Win, only 7 years old. What?
Go
what
ahead.
happened?
Go ahead.
Oh, Wynn, only 7 years old, is vacationing with her two dads, Eric and Andrew, at a remote cabin. While catching grasshoppers, she's approached by a stranger named Leonard. Initially friendly, he explains that he needs Wynn and her parents to save the world. However, Wynn becomes suspicious when 3 other people appear with makeshift weapons. Wynn flees to warn Eric and Andrew, but the visitors break into the cabin and then tie them up, with Eric sustaining a concussion. Leonard and his companions claim that they have never met before this day and have no intention of harming the family. However, in the past week, they have been driven by visions of an unknown force to find the family as they are predicting the impending apocalypse. That's almost the whole damn story.
Dude, man, that's why I was like, man, Frank, something had. Let me tell you something, people. When they use a full name on IMDb, you know, the government name, that means they about to write some right shit. They about to write some real shit.
And they're proud of it.
That was beautiful. Yes. He wants that credit on that. Okay, that should be on the back of the box. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, it's good stuff. But, I mean, I came into this movie going, okay, it's another M. Night movie. And I wasn't all that happy with Glass. Actually, Glass was, which one? Split. Which was the third one? The third one was Glass, right?
I'm not sure. I didn't see the third one.
Okay, I wasn't all happy with that one. But, and then there, of course, there's the infamous The Happening.
He did that one?
Yeah, it's an M. Night movie. Which, you know, I mean, it was a great movie until you get to the end. So I'll give him the credit of having a great movie. And the end was just not for me. Some other people might have liked it. I'm not gonna knock it. But then of course,
yeah.
There's also Signs and Sixth Sense. Both of those movies have garnered him enough points with me that I'll watch all his movies from now on. Give it a chance. I also like The Village.
I don't like you anymore.
Cobweb, you're making faces. They can't see your faces on the audio.
Bro, because The Village sucked, bro.
What?
The Village sucked.
The Village was better than
that junk was whack as all hell. They was living off the interstate on I-57. Over there on the you know, you go down the expressway in the crevice or something like that on the border wall. Man, get out of here. About to die without penicillin. This plan was real thought out very well.
So coming back to the 2023 film, Knock at the Cabin. Shit. Fuck. Excuse my language. Knock at the Cabin, directed by M. Night Shyamalan. Writers Paul Tremblay, who did the book The Cabin at the End of the World. Screenplay shared by Shyamalan and Steve Desmond. Starring Dave Bautista, Jonathan Goff, and Ben Aldridge. Anything you want to throw in?
I was very impressed. I was very impressed with Bautista in this one.
Yes.
I think he really came off really good in this. He really showed some pretty good acting. I felt his character. He came across strong, and very vulnerable at times too.
Yes.
I would say this is probably the best movie I've ever seen him be in. I think this is better. There's better acting work than he's done in the Guardians of the Galaxy stuff, because that's just like more or less action sitcom stuff, you know, or something like that. But this stuff was like, you know, a little bit more drama, you know. He had to actually act.
I definitely agree that he wasn't just a quote unquote wrestler. He wasn't just some kind of comic relief Drax type character. There was some acting, there was some thought, there was depth in his performance. And not that
everybody was good.
Not that we ever talk about extreme acting ability or anything like that normally on horror movies.
Yeah, but when somebody comes out that you're not
expecting
it to, that's when we're like, hey,
good stuff.
Yeah. I honestly might say that he actually carried this movie.
I agree.
So have y'all seen how the book ends and how the movie ends?
Honestly, I didn't know there was a book.
No, I have not, because I did not put it together until just now when you said it on this at the beginning of the episode that there was the book, because I think it's been popping up on my Audible or something like that. And,
we're gonna have to spoil it.
It's okay. I mean, you're spoiling it for me, so I want to feel my people's pain like they would feel it here. So I'm with you and see the pain that I'm going through.
So let's do the breakdown, just our simple short explanation of what happens in the movie, and the description already kind of did that. But it's a little girl, her two dads, and coincidentally enough, someone that I know that I did not expect to be. I mean, everybody has their own beliefs on what they with the whatever, blah 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 blah. Somebody that I know refuses to watch the movie because there's two dads for the one child, and they're worried that there's going to be like a forced agenda or some graphic. I'm trying to find a nice way to say it. And I explained to this person that you can switch either one of these characters to do the atomic. What is it? The atomic household, the husband and the wife.
Yep.
And you can switch any one of these characters out. Now it would cancel one part of the storyline, but there's nothing gratuitous. There's nothing that seemed forced agenda-ish or anything like that. And it was like, just relax. It's a good movie. It's a good movie with good writing and good characters, good acting. Just watch the damn movie.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a point what you just said in this storyline. You said that it might have changed. I don't think even having an atomic family, quote unquote, American atomic family, as they may say, I don't think that it would have changed, because nuclear family, yes. I don't think it would have made a difference, because that family or those people that was in that home would have had that same amount of pain that anyone would have experienced in their lifetime with any situation. You know, it just shows that was there. It didn't matter. Like he said, it didn't matter that they were like that.
Right.
You know, it was, you're just here.
There is one part of it that it would change, and we'll get to that in a minute. But even with the nuclear family, they could have slightly reworded it, and it would have the hate crime aspect of it. But so this movie goes right into it. Like, they're not worrying too much about backstory, because during the movie there's some flashbacks, some short flashbacks to give you some basic history on the characters. But it starts off with Wynn, the little girl outside catching crickets, right?
Yes.
Was it crickets?
Yeah.
Grasshoppers?
Grasshoppers.
Right. And then Batista just walks up to Leonard. I don't want to call him Batista. Leonard just walks up to her, and he's got this big, massive wall of tattoos, and just he's like a basketball coach, right? Or football coach.
Yes, he is a basketball coach. I think he is.
We find out later on. And so you see something and you're expecting something from him, but no, he's got this small voice, expanded vocabulary, very personable, it's like you can tell he's a good teacher, he's a good coach, because the way he talks to her. And he lets her know that he's sad what's going to have to happen. And then here come his 3 cohorts. And then things pick up a little bit after that. Man. So Wynn runs into the cabin. That's where you see the 2 dads are there. And then all of a sudden they're knocking on the door. And they want to go in. And he apologizes because their family is going to have to make a horrible choice, but it needs to be done to save the human race.
Yeah. You know what was tripped out was that fight scene when they was coming into place, you know, how they were trying to not like break their things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because it was like when they broke in, right? And old girl was trying to fix their door back for him. She's like, I'm trying to get it back for you. You know, I'm sorry I broke your door. You know, I was like, I just tripped out, you know? And then, like, you know, the nurse trying to help him and stuff like that, you know, she was so sorry that she hit him and everything. It was very, even though with the redhead guy, he didn't even really fight back.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was cool seeing that they didn't know how to use their weapons. They weren't fighters. They were regular people. But so, see, that's what we find out. So it's already building up that it's a gang of these 4, and they're coming in, and they sound crazy because they break in, they beat everybody up. And well, actually, the redheaded guy gets beat up by Eric. Is that his name?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, he didn't. Like I said,
Andrew. He gets beat up by Andrew. Andrew is the brunette, the guy that's more angry, and then Eric is the blonde that's more understanding. He's the one that gets a concussion. So Eric has a concussion. Andrew is the gun guy.
Man,
the gun dad. And I mean, you can't blame them. 4 crazy people break into your cabin, and they tell you that out of your 3 people in your family, 1 of y'all have to die by the hands of the other 2. And it has to be by choice. And you can't unalive yourself. And this needs to be done to save the world. Somebody tells me that sounds straight up like they're crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was thinking that the whole time.
Right. How long would it have taken you in this scenario before you would have believed what they were saying? Because they had it, how many times?
Well,
Up to 4 times, right?
4 times. 4 times.
4 times. Now, I just want to know, give me a number.
3. Deb, how many of them would have had to die and unlock the seals of the apocalypse for you to believe that they're real?
Probably as many as it took in the movie.
It would have to take 4.
Yep.
All of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I I don't know. I was still like when in the movie, I was still like, where's the twist? Where is it gonna be that they were crazy? Okay.
Yeah.
You?
Me. 3.
Yeah.
3. When I saw when those planes started falling out the sky,
It's like
that
there's
was
not.
that for me.
Yeah. There's
That was it.
there's such thing as coincidence, and then just like shit's happened.
Right, like the pandemic thing. Yeah. Okay, that seemed like that was going on for a little bit ahead of time and stuff like that.
Right.
And
was
then
the
what was
first
the
one?
other one? The tsunami.
The tsunami with the 40-foot
Yeah.
waves.
But he had said that there was already an earthquake early that morning, so could have been something.
Well, that's what causes tsunamis, underground earthquakes.
But I'm saying he had said there was one in the morning, so like they were already waiting for something to happen.
Yeah, but then as soon as they got to hundreds, they said it was like 600 instances of airplanes falling out of the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
That was a wrap for me right then and there. I
So
was like, okay.
As each one, as they explain what's going on and they give them a choice, each one of these people who I think, and a lot of other people think also, they're representing the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse
Mm-hmm.
in some way or another. In some inverted ways, as a matter of fact, also. As each one of them unalive themselves, it breaks a seal, it opens up a barrier, all these catastrophes happen, and they have until the 4th one unalives themselves to make this choice and get it done. And I mean, this is when we go back into Slumdog Millionaire flashbacks, where you find out why this person is acting this way, why this person has this certain prejudice, and stuff like that. And Andrew, which is the gun dad, is very upset at the world. He was attacked. He was the movie kind of skirted around that it was a hate crime, but it was a hate crime, but it might not have been because they were celebrating together in public. Redmond, well, we don't even know if it was really Redmond that did it.
It probably was not. I don't think it was.
Somebody that looked like Redmond. Ironically enough, the red shirt man, Redmond. Right?
Yeah, no. Yeah. Wait, something. We got to get something real quick before we get too far into this right quick.
What's
the
that?
choice that they did if they did not pick to unalive one of themselves?
Mm-hmm.
Was that they would have to walk the earth together. All 3 of them would just walk the earth together alone in
Until they die
misery.
off. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, but they'd still have food and stuff, right?
Oh, they'd have the
I
whole.
don't even think they said. Yeah, I don't think they said anything like till they died off. I think it was like for like eternity, forever. You just
See now.
Well, come on, there's knocking planes out of the sky, Josh. You can keep you alive as long as you want. You're just walking around in a desert wasteland for eternity. I think he said eternity.
With your loved ones? With your loved ones.
With your loved ones, and then I mean, you have all the rest of the world, and there's plenty. I mean, if it's all eternity, you could eat whatever you want. Don't have to worry about your blood pressure. Just I'm now that
I know. Now I'm thinking.
You know what? I got to kick all those dead bodies out the way, bro.
Well, if
And
it's all
it's only y'all
eternity, just
3.
give it time. They'll break down.
That's gonna stink like the hot hell.
Just go somewhere where there wasn't no people for a while.
And
That'll be
what
all right.
stink right now?
Grind up the bones, make some bread. It'll be all right.
Bro, the earth is splitting in 2. There's lightning bolts coming out of the sky. Do you think that shit's gonna stop happening?
Yeah, because as soon as everybody's dead, then you just have this brand new Garden of Eden that is Earth. Look, I'm gonna say something that's very, very. I probably shouldn't say it.
Whoa, wait, hit the nope. You got to hit the warning on it because you get it on me, so you might as well play it on yourself now. The views,
the thoughts and views of the cast of the pod does not necessarily represent. Wait, the cast, the thought, Josh. Yeah, don't
See?
represent. Yeah, the thoughts and views of Josh don't necessarily represent that of anyone else on Cast of the Pod or Cast of the Pod themselves. This is just something that Josh is saying on his own.
And who is Josh?
And if you got a problem with it, leave now. If you're sensitive, leave now. If you're going to have an issue with it, leave now. If you're staying, that means you verbally and auditorily agree to these terms that you're not going to bitch about it. So if you're listening to it.
It feels different when the shoe's on the other foot, doesn't it?
I'm like, I don't know if I want to hear this.
I do.
I'm just going to say.
Hold on. From all the years that we've podcast, we had different podcasts. Of all the years that we have, I have never, ever heard Josh say that about himself.
So I'm going to say it now. I'm going to say it now. You ready?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You want me to do a drum roll?
So if it's Deb, myself, and our adopted child from Cambodia or wherever she was from, right? And we're going to live forever. Or all throughout eternity, walking the earth like the guy from Kung Fu. Right. I really don't have much of a problem with that. Because I'll give you a fine example.
Okay.
It happened when Thanos snapped motherfuckers off the earth, and that was fiction. But you know, the whales came came back, and they were floating next to the Statue of Liberty and shit. But look at when we were on lockdown. We were on lockdown and people weren't driving around and the highways were clear and the sky was blue and the trees were green and there was no smog, anything like that. Shit.
Josh.
Let all four of those motherfuckers unalive themselves and give me some free space on the freeway. I'm gonna go to Walmart and get some packs of tuna and get like boxes of crackers and shit and just be walking around, have a gallon of water, just
stuff. I tried to stop him there.
That's hey, when we were on lockdown, that's what I was doing. That's exactly what I was doing.
Bro,
all due respect to anyone who lost some loved ones during that time. You know, you have my sympathy and my heart goes out to you. But on a personal, private level, we lost many friends, unfortunately.
Yes, we did.
To it.
Yes.
But just accepting the, you know, me, Deb, and our adopted Cambodian child, you know, I'm all right with that.
I get that. You just have to watch those, you know, that bolt of lightning scraping the earth, you know,
well, you know,
on a daily basis. I mean, how are you going to sleep with that throughout the night? No, it's just not going to stop.
Hopefully,
it's just going to be going all the time. Everything's going to burn, Josh.
Hopefully, since I'm getting punished. Well, here. Maybe this will change your opinion of it. Since I'm getting punished by walking the earth eternally with Deb, myself, and our I was gonna say adopted Freudian slip there, Cambodian child, right? Since you're in another town and you're my friend, you're my pod brother. Hopefully, the penalty, the punishment spreads to you also. So you're gonna have to walk your town with yours, and you see. And then we can just podcast.
No, that's not how it works, bro.
We can podcast.
That don't work. That's not
in
the
apocalypse.
Now you're just
rules. Yeah, you trying. Yeah, you bending the rules, bro. You can't bend.
That's the new name to Cast of the Pod. Apocalypse.
The apocalypse.
Yeah, apocalypse.
No. Bro,
apocalypse.
Let me tell you. So let me tell you. Like
apocalypse
he
now.
Said, dude said this vital thing. He told him. He said, "What kind of life is that for our daughter? Okay, that is not something that she deserves to live out her life for how long it is to see that catastrophe, those images in her mind. That junk shapes and changes you to see the world crumble and burn in front of you from beginning to end.
That's why
I wouldn't want to see that.
That's why they should have covered her eyes. Put her in her room until the end of the apocalypse, and then just open the door and be like Mufasa, everything the light touches. Just what?
Okay. I don't know what to say. I mean,
because I made a line.
I'm looking at Deb and she's over there just holding this in. Like, man, this dude. You know what happened, Deb? He had his birthday, so now he feels a little bit more free of himself. He's grown up a little bit.
Is it because I made a Lion King reference?
Nobody's saying
everything the light touches me. I could have went to Aladdin and been like,
you almost made me spit up on myself. Oh man. No, let me tell you something. If it was me, if I had to make that decision, I probably would have. If it was me to do it, I might have done it. No, I would have.
You would have done what?
If it was like a choice, if it came down, like say for instance, if it was my wife and my daughter or something like that, or my kids, yeah. I mean, if they were okay without me and everything was cool, I mean, yeah. I mean, I can't have my children seeing that type of stuff.
If it was
just a real, yeah. Because old dude had so much hatred in his heart for everybody, but he was like, you can't blame that on the world,
bro.
We're talking about billions and billions of people.
Cover their eyes, put the ear pods in, go down to Walmart, pick up a VR headset, let them play some games for like a week.
A week?
And yeah, then the apocalypse will be over.
That junk ain't gonna end in a week, man. I don't understand why you think that this lightning gonna stop striking the earth. You're gonna have to dodge that shit on a regular. You probably have that junk down with timing or something.
God's
How you gonna sleep at night all the time? Everything's a burning from the lightning strikes.
But you saw that. But but the curse is all eternity. So what's it gonna do to you? Oh, I'm getting hit by lightning. Oh, okay, I'm fine.
So you trying to think that even if you got hit by lightning doing that because of the curse, because you would still live?
That's all.
Would it not affect you at all?
Oh, it would hurt, but you get over it.
Yeah, you probably would. You probably just have like a nasty cough.
Yeah.
What if you got like burned? Wait. Say for instance you got hit by the bolts of lightning, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you still lived and you were scorched and you had to walk the earth like that. So you was like all burnt up and shit, like the old dude from Beetlejuice.
That's why you drop and
stop, drop and roll. Shut them down, open up shop. Whoa.
But you always got these burn marks all over your body and stuff like that. You always get scorched.
He didn't.
I heard her stop, drop, and roll, but it ain't gonna work. I'm just saying.
Shut them down, open up shop. Whoa.
No, you ain't getting away from this one, Josh. Right.
If you
you
have scars all over it's not gonna matter. No one's gonna see you.
There's nobody else. You ain't picking up any new ladies or anything like that. So it's not like you have to worry about how you look.
I guess, I can see that. But they're not going to be, but you still, okay, say for instance, you hurt your foot real bad and it get crushed. An accident happens and your foot is crushed. And then what do you got to do? You got a crushed foot. You got to walk around with a crushed foot for the rest of your life. You have doctors that take care of it.
Big Bird didn't have a problem with it with his big flappy feet.
Jeez. I get it. I mean, pod people sound off.
Let us know. You know what? Let's do some interaction with this one. Pod people, can you make that choice? Are you okay making that choice to let one of your loved ones unalive you so they can live in a normal world? Or just you and your loved ones walk the earth like Qui-Gon Jinn. Was it Qui-Gon Jinn? No, that's somebody else.
Qui-Gon? No,
that's Star Wars. That's fucking Star Wars. Dude, what if the world is like, oh, that'd be kind of cool. But then not cool. I mean, if it's like Book of Eli world.
No.
What was that?
I don't know. I heard that too.
So if it was me, I think I would have done like the guys in the movie. I would have waited till the fourth one and then have Josh unalive me.
I'm like, Deborah, you go in the other room. Shut up.
And then because
Now you're talking crazy. Go in the other
no,
room.
I would want you because you are stronger to take care of our
adopted Cambodian
kid.
baby.
Yes. And I would want you to take care of her. And because I would have waited to the fourth one, because what if they were crazy? And if they weren't crazy, like they would already all four be gone, so I don't have to worry
just
about
wait for the fourth
trying.
one, and they all unalive themselves, and you're like, oops.
Yeah, but I would also want to save the world so that you and our adopted kid can have a life. And I would be the one to sacrifice. But I wouldn't have to worry about those four people being crazy because they were gone too.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you, Deb. I understand that's that compassion level we have here, Deb. Over here at Castle Pot, I'm with you, my sister. I mean, everybody wants to save the world.
We are the world,
and that's what you have to live up to. You see, you know what, your mom saved the world, so get your shit the fuck together.
Brighter day, so let's start living. There's a choice we make.
What's wrong with you?
We're saving one time.
It's so good. Yeah. Back to 1985. Oh shit.
You see the way Michael Jackson looked at Bruce Springsteen? It's like, you just fucked up my song.
That's my shit, man. Don't you trip.
The only reason We Are the World was made was so Jordan Peele could make Us.
Get out of here, man.
They did not give. Well, that was Hands Across America, not We Are the World. How much money did it cost for them to? All those rich ass motherfuckers that recorded that song could have just gave the starving kids in Africa the money instead of putting all that through there. They didn't.
They raised way more money than that, bro. Come on, man. That album sales was huge, bro.
It didn't all make it.
We Are the World was the shit. Is that junk even on Amazon Music? I gotta look that shit up.
Man.
Because they had that song on there by Prince. He had his own song. Because he didn't like it because they didn't give him his own verse. So he said, you don't want me in here, I'm gonna do my own. I want my own song.
Well, because
he's Prince. All right.
Josh,
hold on. Time out. Stopping the pod.
His own money.
We're still doing the pod, but we're stopping talking about the movie. Prince or Michael Jackson?
Oh man, why you gotta?
It's an easy choice in my world.
Not to me.
It is an easy choice for my world. Prince or Michael Jackson?
I'm gonna have to say Prince.
There you go. Bye, Mike.
I'm sorry, but I had a beaded jacket. That is my final answer, and I'm sticking to it.
I had the jacket. I had the pants.
I had the black one, the black beaded jacket.
I
used to wear it with no sleeves.
I had the black one with gray accents and gold zippers.
Oh,
yep. I'll say it right now.
I would wear it today.
Back to the
movie, right. we all good. We already know. All right.
So we already told the pod people that the four horsemen end up all unaliving themselves, and it gets to the point where one of them has to choose, and the guy that has a concussion, the blonde guy Eric, ends up asking Angry Dad, the gun dad. I was a little offended by that. How come the gun guy had to be the angry guy? Not everybody with guns is angry. I'm just saying.
But everybody that's not angry doesn't have guns.
So
people that are angry typically have more guns than people that aren't. Okay, let's be honest.
I'm gonna have to disagree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Disagree too.
Not all gun owners are short-tempered and quick on the fuse or anything like that, and are irrational. You can't tell me that.
No.
Now listen to me. I said that they're not. Oh, sorry.
Exactly, man. Come on, bro.
I was setting that up, and I was like, I hope he goes for it.
Just calm it down. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna have to disagree.
That was the layup. Thank you.
What are you disagreeing on, Deb?
Deb, you're still here?
No,
Oh, go ahead.
I don't know what I'm disagreeing with, but I disagree.
That's how my day goes. That's how my day goes. I'm like Deborah. I'm like Deborah. 2 + 2 is 4. She's like, no, it isn't.
Oh shit! We almost accidentally displayed her explanation, and she got confused.
So now, do you want to know the first half of this movie is very true to the book.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I
The
book.
second half of the movie completely goes off the rails. Do you want to know the difference?
I take it you're going to tell me, even though this is the part where I'm getting the spoiled.
You have been warned. You got to do it for the pod. Do it for the pod, bro.
All right.
Were you gonna read the book?
It's been popping up. Let me tell you something. It's been popping up. It's what's it called? The
Knock at the end of the cabin at the end of the forest or something like that.
At the end of the world?
Yeah, that's something. It.
Right. It's been popping up on my Audible.
The cabin at the end of the world.
Yeah, it's been popping up, and I believe it is. I think this is the same one, and I just haven't had a chance to really look into it, because I've been doing all these superhero stuff, so this will be good.
Mm-hmm. So, have you? Man, we can't talk about The Mist because we need to watch The Mist and pod about The Mist, so we won't go into that.
Am I getting off the hook here?
No.
Damn it.
Well, I want to talk about it, but I don't want to ruin
talk about it, dude. I told you go right ahead, man.
Now I'm in a quandary.
We spoil everything for everybody. We spoil everything for everybody, and
But we warned them first.
Right. And I'm part of. I'm getting warned as well.
You want to turn off your headphones for like 2 minutes?
No. Why would I want to do that? And then
okay,
I'm not going to be able to. Jeff, do something with
me. You have been warned. Okay, in the book.
I'm just here.
The movie ends where it's Sabrina. She's the nurse.
The witch?
No, Sabrina. Nikki Amuka Bird. That's her name. Where she dies, and then it's just Leonard left. And then Leonard unalives himself to be the fourth one. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the book, Sabrina actually lives. She's the last. Well, she doesn't live. She's the last one. And Leonard gets done in, right? Because during a fight, they accidentally shoot Wynn and kill Wynn, the little girl. And because it wasn't a choice by the family, it was an accident, it didn't count. So Eric and Andrew still have to choose one of them to die to stop it. And
that'd have been real easy to. That'd have been easy to do. Who fired the gun?
Leonard.
Bye.
So that's why Sabrina kills Leonard, but then she's still on her mission. Yeah. Yep.
Man, that's really messed up.
But here's another thing. The ending leaves it vague to where it's up to you. They don't tell you what happened. They don't tell you if there was a choice made. They don't tell you what happened to the world. The way that this movie ends, and it still leaves the movie leaves it up to you. Was the whole thing a big coincidence, or did it really happen? Those are your only two choices. There's no big M. Night Shyamalan twist or anything like that. I think it's just a good movie.
I think it ended the way it was, that I believed it the way it did. That she, you know how people are in this world. I mean, they just move on. We just pick up and just move on and just get started with their lives. And I think they just did that, and it showed that she was able to grow up and they were able to keep their lives going.
Do you think it was a big coincidence, or were they really the gatekeepers? Were they really the horsemen of apocalypse?
Yes. I believe so.
I agree. Deb?
When they would go to unalive themselves, weren't they they weren't themselves
Kind of like in a trance.
Yeah. So
that don't mean nothing. They could have been high.
No. That one scene when Batista, when he said, "I know this part" or something like that, and he turned around and he just started reciting everything that the lady was saying it on the news.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that was cool.
Yeah. That was like, okay, I'm done. You know, because that's what they would do every single time they would show something on the news. Turn the news on, you're gonna see what's gonna happen. They don't want to turn it on, but then they be looking at that shit and be like, "Oh God."
After the first time though, Eric and Andy were like, "Yeah, you saw the news this morning. You could probably just memorized it, and it's just another bulletin."
Yeah, and then he said, "Yeah, go ahead, Deb."
I was saying there was like a lot of stuff that was making me believe, okay, they're real, but then they would say something, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's true." Like, I kept going back and forth on. And now that Josh said for the book, like that Leonard shot the little girl. I don't know if I would still be able to choose. Like, I would tell Josh, like, okay, choose me. I don't know. I would be too mad and probably.
You gotta get revenge first.
And I'd be like, I don't know, like I would be too angry. If that something like that would have happened, it would have changed my whole opinion. I don't know if I would have just been too angry about it.
Well, see, I think that's the point of the whole story. Like, what choice are you going to make? Why are you going to make? That's why they showed the anger that Andrew had because of him being assaulted, and he was believing that it was a hate crime all that time. And then he had an image of everybody that wasn't like him, that everybody was out to get him, and everything was because they were a same-sex marriage. That's why he even said that. That's why y'all are out here. Y'all hate us because of how we are. Yeah. You know, and that's one aspect of the story that they were showing, that it was just that fear, that anger, that scarring and mental scarring. And it happens with every one of the characters on different levels when you think about it.
Yeah.
The movie gets
I like how they also played it off with because he always had that doubt when they kept telling him all the time, you know, he's like, "You're just making this up. You didn't have a kid. You didn't have this and everything." And at the end, they showed like all the credentials from everybody, you know, that was in the truck, in their van, you know, in the SUV, you know, and it was like, he said, "Oh, nope, there's her son," you know.
Not one lie was spoken.
Not one lie was spoken. He said, "Oh, dude said, I didn't do that stuff like that." He's like, "No," because he looked at his driver's license and it wasn't him. You know, so none of that stuff really happened that he thought, you know, everybody was telling the truth.
Yep.
And how long do you think they were seeing those dreams and stuff like that to make them get up and get that stuff to be imprinted in their minds like that so long? That had to be pretty rough on them.
Yeah, I think they said it was like months.
Man, a month of having the same dream every night. I'm surprised they looked as okay like they were.
I've been there. You may have not heard one of the original Cast the Pod nightmares. So one of the stories that I had of a reoccurring nightmare I had when I was a child. But yeah, I had a reoccurring nightmare for well over a month. That shit sucked. That was as a kid. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
You haven't heard this story. I'm not going to tell the story. But I'll tell it when we're off pod. I'll let you hear it.
Okay.
Because I don't remember exactly what episode. Everybody go back and listen to all our entire back catalog to find out where that story's at.
And then let us know.
Let us know.
A quiz.
Yeah.
The next episode.
Right. You know what? That's one thing because we're on this right quick like this. I've been going back and I've been looking at some of our old stuff that we've been doing. And I know all these new people have not listened to our old stuff. You know, we have a lot of great episodes out there for you guys to listen to.
Yes, most definitely.
Yes, you know, in case you haven't, you know, there's stuff that you guys just, trust me, go just pick another episode and just listen to it and you'll love it.
So go out, pick another episode and
seek the art of diamond in the way.
Right. Listen to Silver Bullet, Terror Train.
He completely no-sold that, didn't he?
He did it the last time too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of his birthday presents.
Yeah. I got the Rodecaster Pro 2.
Right, you get this little. What was that anyway? So sometimes I don't get it. Sometimes, Josh. You know.
It was like the Aladdin.
Yeah.
The cave.
Really?
I don't know what he was.
The Cave
That's
of
the thing.
Wonders.
This doesn't sound right in my ears sometimes. That give me a heads up. We got to go over these special voices sometimes. We need post production.
How about
Robots in the sky.
no?
Oh,
no
okay.
Transformers? Nothing?
That was pretty good.
All right. So I think it's time for the
That was really-
calculator of doom.
Oh.
I'm bringing out the COD. And I will go first this time. For the new listeners, 0 being the worst, 10 being the best. That's actually 11 layers, not counting 0.5s and 0.3s and all that, but 11 different categories you can have. I am going to give this movie an 8.5.
8.5.
Yep.
Okay.
I give Knock at the Cabin an 8.5.
I'll go next. I give it a 9.
9.
Mm-hmm.
Cobweb?
The first number that popped in my head was an 8.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm listening to your scores, and they're a little bit higher than mine. I really don't want to go any higher.
That's cool.
The question is how this movie will stand up. I'm going to give it an 8, but my question is the rewatchability of this movie.
I've watched it 3 times already.
Really?
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Okay. Well, there's my answer right there. I give it an 8. I didn't know. I've only watched it once, but that's why I was asking. You know, how many times have you guys seen it? So
No, that's there's nothing wrong with that. Takes us to a 25.5 divided by 3. This movie gets an 8.5.
That's about right.
that's a solid. Yeah, that's about right.
That's a very solid number.
Yeah.
It was really good. I really enjoyed the movie, and it had me thinking, and it scared me, and it made me think. So yeah, I enjoyed the movie.
Yeah.
There you go. Done.
It also, it also makes you think, like, hey, you know what? Regardless of the matter, if you know that this is what's really happening, and this whole thing with God and everything, like they've been saying, is true.
Yeah.
You got to know that, if they take you out, you're going to be on the other side. You're going to be okay.
Break on through to the other side. Yep.
You should be okay on the other side. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be shortchanged over there. I'm just saying. Right.
Yeah.
I would think so.
So, damn, that's all I got.
Yeah.
That's all I got too, bro.
This movie
Yeah.
is strong, and there's like a lot to talk about, but there's like
We've had this discussion when usually it's a good movie and we all agree that it's at a certain level of a movie. It's hard to get a big energy podcast going. It's normally when we either completely disagree or we completely agree on a very shitty movie. then
I guess.
we get those high energy big pop podcasts.
No, but I think this episode was a good conversation.
Well,
Exactly, Josh.
that's what
Man,
we
you
are.
tripping, man.
I didn't say nothing. Y'all are going negative. Nobody
There it goes
says nothing.
again, Deb, man. I put my heart and soul into this episode, and he just rains on my parade.
That's the story of my life, Cobb.
He's a
Story
parade
of
rainer.
my life. Yep.
Yep. It's the 4th of July, and we're all outside, waiting for him to pass out the candy coming down 112th Street. And all of a sudden we hear a crack of lightning and a bolt of water just hitting the ground. It's Josh. And they stop the parade.
I think I need my own parade.
I was going to say that. So, Sabrina.
Do that turn again. I know the audio can't see you, but
Oh shit.
uh-oh, he's taking out the glasses.
Hey man, I'm not see? Only the person that can rain on the parade.
So Sabrina, Nikki Amuka Bird, right? You know why she looks
Yes.
familiar?
No.
She's
Why?
the lady from Old. Remember when they were stuck on the beach and they were getting older?
Have you
Oh
seen
yeah,
that
okay.
one?
That's
Oh,
also
that
that,
one.
that's
We
a,
did.
that's an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
It was okay.
That's why she looked familiar. I was like, what else was she in?
Yeah, let me tell you why this movie worked out for him and why he did not screw this up.
How about the Senate?
Because of the story.
Because it was a good movie, yeah.
Right. You can't mess it up. There's because he would do some kind of crazy twist
Mhm.
that would mess the whole movie up.
Let's
Okay.
twist again.
So, but this time, all you had to do was just let the movie be the twist.
Let the twist be that there's no twist.
Right. That's it. New for him. The twist was no twist.
What was the twist again?
Right. The twist was no twist?
Oh shit. We've gone off the rails.
Way off.
Way off the rails. I think we're done. I didn't even want to talk about big eyebrow girl, Adrian.
Oh, Adrian, she was cool.
Yeah,
Everybody had a good character. She was nice. I told you she was also cool when she was trying to fix their door.
I mean those eyebrows though.
She made him breakfast in the morning too.
Yeah, she's nice.
Made
She
him
was a nice lady. Yeah.
Yeah. Made him
Just
omelets
trying
and
to
stuff like that.
calm them down and
Yeah.
All right. I didn't say nothing.
You're talking about her big brown eyes.
No, her eyebrows.
There he goes with that body shaming again. There he
Caterpillars.
goes. Tell he grew up in the 80s.
No. I'm just being facetious. I'm just being facetious, trying to look for something to talk shit about. I gave this movie an 8.5 because everybody and everyone in this movie was great.
Yes.
All the acting was great. Perfect casting, in my opinion. And yeah, it didn't get a 10 because I don't know. I think I would have just wandered the world, the earth, me and my family.
Wait a second. Okay. Wait a minute. So you'd have been all right. Okay.
I would have
See,
been
there
like,
you go right there. Deb says no, that wasn't going to happen.
Look.
Okay.
Let me tell you exactly how it would happen. After fourth person, after Leonard unalives himself, I'd point up to the sky and be like, look, whoever's doing this shit, because they didn't say it was God. They didn't say it was God. Did they?
No.
I don't think they did. I'd be like, whoever's doing this shit, I'm not making a choice. So I'm going to be cursed to walk the earth with just me, my loved one, my Cambodian child, my brother in another town, and the people that paid to listen to my podcast. Fuck everybody else. That's what I'd be
Okay.
like. Well, half the people that listen for free, they're cool.
How you gonna let that they listen to free if we ain't got no Wi-Fi? Everything's burned to the fucking ground.
I would want to save everybody that had ever listened to the podcast.
Everything,
but
is
you got
going to
you got to make
burn.
some kind of sacrifice.
Everything will burn to the ground. You saw it happening.
And build it back up.
Just you three.
And the Patreons
And you.
and you with
And your
yours,
family.
your family, and half the people that listen for free. If half the people that listen for free, that's at least 3,000 people right there. We're good. What are you making faces for?
Because I'm with Deb on this one 100%. Me and Deb
Shamu's
see
gonna
eye
be
to eye.
back out
We
in the
see-
ocean
Nah, bro.
with
nah.
with his
see-
fin, instead of
see-
it being all floppy over on the side, fin just straight up, just swimming by the Statue of Liberty.
This would be one of those ones where we say, well, we need to save you from yourself. You would have been the child that we would have sent to the back room to go put your headphones on to the adults figure this shit out.
I'm just saying, if I see some Charlton Heston looking motherfucker on the beach with half the Statue of Liberty, I'm gonna hit him
Oh my
with a
god.
baseball bat.
No way, man. I can't. I mean, I get it, but I just can't see. I couldn't have that
In
on
the
my heart.
post-apocalyptic world only.
In the post-apocalyptic world, I can't have that on my heart. That I was responsible for 80 billion people dying.
You know what I'm just thinking of right now? When Cobweb said he can't have that on his heart. You ever seen that little video of that little boy and that little girl? And he's like, I like you. And she's like, I don't like you. And she sticks him in his pectoral, in his chest. And he's crying. And then her twin sister's like, and they're like little babies. They're like little infants.
Like 3 or 4, right?
And she's like, it's okay. Don't cry. And he's like, but she hurt me. And he's like, what? She's like, what do you mean she hurt? Yeah, she hurt my heart. That's what I was thinking of right now.
Aw. Are you saying that Cobweb hurt your heart?
No, he said heart right now. And he said it the same way the little boy said it. She hurt my heart.
Now we're gonna have to look for that video.
Oh my gosh.
Watch it.
This is one of them days, man. One of them days.
What?
One of them days. Hey, did anybody ever get that? Did anybody ever win that coupon for the $10 or something?
What are you talking about?
Oh, nope. They need to go back and listen to another episode.
Yep.
$10. Let me know. Remind me.
It was supposed to be. Oh yeah, wasn't it Chucky? It was
No.
whoever.
No, you had to call in at a certain point. We was like, if you said I called in, it's
Oh, he called like after.
No. We have to call in and say what time we said it at.
Yeah, he didn't say that.
Yeah, he did not say that. So that there's $10 right there. $10.
Yes.
I can Venmo it to you. I can Cash App it to you or whatever. But you need to. Yeah, thank you for remembering, Cobweb, because I sure as hell forgot.
yeah, it was one of our most slept on episodes. You're my heart.
Yep. All right, I think we're done because this headache has got. I could not give it 100% the way I wanted to because this headache's got me going.
I'm pretty cool. How about you, Deb?
Y'all motherfuckers are like, oh, that's all right. You can be hurt and blind in one eye, Josh. I'm doing all good. Deborah's the same.
I didn't even say anything. I said
She didn't say anything. I'm just saying I'm good with the episode, man. Come on, bro.
Y'all hurt my heart.
Relax.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Wait a minute. Isn't this a horror movie podcast and we're talking about little cute kids? Horror.
That's you, man.
You brought that up.
Yep.
So, none of them were adopted Cambodian babies, though. So, in the post-apocalyptic world, they're just gonna burn like everybody else.
What are you talking about?
I gotta go back to the horror,
Just
to the
go
dark
back.
side.
Dude, man.
What? You were the one talking about scorched earth and the fingers of God, lightning digging through the earth, and
Because it is gonna happen. It's called an apocalypse, dude. Come on, man. They gotta
zombies
watch the
gonna-
movie,
Are
man.
zombies
Yeah,
gonna come
man. We
Is it
don't
gonna
know
be-
this.
out? Gonna be a
We
zombie
don't
apocalypse?
know. It could. You don't know what's gonna happen. Jeez, man, I'm done with that apocalypse.
What if like that happened, right? Like Josh didn't like it's just us, right?
yeah.
And then like they forgot to like some people lived, but we didn't know. And like what if
We'd be superheroes, Deborah. If it was just us, we would be the Just Us League.
The Just Us League. I
Does he move the mic?
Or what if, like, say it happened to us, right? We have 4 people saying you have to choose this, but then, like, on the other side of the country, it's happening to another
somebody
couple.
else.
And then, like, on the other side, so like, all of us think that it's just us, and then, like,
no. It's just that.
and then on the other side of the world, it's happening too, and then, like, in different places, and all of us think that we're gonna save the world, but
Stone Cold Steve Austin, don't trust anybody. DTA.
Yeah, you can't trust anybody on that one. You gotta think about what's right for yourself on this situation.
And so, like,
you know?
when you choose, or like one of them unalive themselves, like, only people around your area are dying, but like other people are not.
What if it was 3 random? What if it was 3 random strangers? 3 people that you never knew.
Then that would be a whole different story, because I've been trying to save myself.
So if it was me, a random stranger, and another random stranger, and they tell us, out of the 3 of y'all have to. I'm like, what?
Yeah, 'cause I'm not letting them kill me.
Oh, you mean we? Oh, okay. Yay me! Yeah.
I saved the world.
I'm sorry, did I cut you off? What was the rest of your answer?
Right.
I thought you were gonna say,
I'd be like, let's get them.
That would make it an easy.
See, now change the movie around. Change the movie around. 4 crazy people run into you in the woods, and they have 2 complete strangers with you. So it's you and 2 complete strangers, and they're like, out of the 3 of y'all, one of you must get rid of at least one of y'all. You make a decision, and you get $20 million. Done.
And like the other 2 were standing next to each other, so
and then they'd be like, oh, here's your 20 million, and I'm like, million?
Oh, I thought you said
$20.
Million? Oh shit!
I thought you said about like a 20-minute head start.
I get money too.
Who else I gotta kill? Who else?
Right.
Nobody else.
Dude.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good scenario.
I'm good.
That's fucking funny. That's fucking hilarious, honestly, tell the truth.
That would change the whole story. I'd be like, yeah, I'm not unaliving myself for that.
Here's your 20 million.
See, even Sophie was like, yeah.
I think we're done. This movie was so good that we went into this craziness here at the end of the pod. That I'm done.
So
I'm
pod
cool
people,
with it, man.
And
if you finish this whole episode and you haven't watched the movie, in my opinion, haven't watched the movie. So go watch the movie. I suggest you watch the movie.
That's why we gave it a high rating. You didn't have to say all that.
But
shit.
I wanted to say it just so for the people that maybe they don't know. That's what the rating means.
Our pod people are geniuses. Every single one of our listeners, even if they're free listeners, especially our Patreons, they're all geniuses.
But what if
Genius eye.
What if somebody like went to like one of the department stores and then put our podcast, other people can hear it, and then like one person's walking by and they don't know.
All I know is your dog is talking shit over there. That's a good idea, Deborah. Did you hear that, Cobweb? She said all our listeners should go to like Best Buy and pick up their iPhones and stuff like that, and then subscribe to us on all
like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know how they
No,
have
what you should do is you should hijack the intercom system at Best Buy and just play our podcast throughout the entire system.
No, because we need the hits. That'll be just one hit. Hold on.
Oh, it is. Yeah, but everybody will turn in like, hey, what was that?
You hear our dog going apeshit? Hold on.
You forgot to turn mine off. Yeah, I could still hear you.
Jeez.
Okay, I'm back.
You forgot to turn my mic off.
That's all good.
Everybody heard you yelling at our dog.
They'll be fine. It's not like our dog has emotional trauma. I didn't hit her dog. I don't hit her dog. I just guilt trip those fucking hungry ass little motherfuckers.
We did that to our dogs. And he fell for it.
Do you know how expensive their food is? Shit, that's why we need so many Patreons.
Our
oh yeah, you know, yeah.
Our older dog, he didn't want to eat his food. And I told him, you better eat your food. And he didn't want to eat it. I said, do you know how many dogs are outside in the street and they don't have people to give them food?
And then he walked up the food all slow, just looking at us like, fine, I'll eat your fucking food.
He ate the whole bowl.
Yeah. Just looking at it the whole time. Yeah. Like, you happy? Now I'm eating.
He was eating while he was staring at us.
This podcast is done. We're off the rails. Off the rails.
Man.
We had to go back in time and fix it.
You're going to have to.
Yeah. All right. So don't forget, hit us up on all our social medias: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and of course, Patreon, Cast of the Pod. Hit up Cobweb at Cobweb411. I mean, if you want to send him a message on one of those, he'll get the message there too. But if you want a direct fast link, that's Cobweb411. Call us on the number. If you don't know what the number is, rewind the pod. Give us an extra hit. That way you can hear it. And we'll be back next week. Do we know what movie we're talking about next week?
We'll discuss it after the pod. It's always a surprise.
It's a secret. All right, y'all. So until next time, I'm Josh.
I'm Cobweb.
And I'm Deb.
Thank you for listening to Cast of the Pod. And don't forget, you have been warned.
Yeah.